So I've seen lots of ads and messaging these days on mattresses and pillows and this, that, and the other thing, which is, on one hand, is good. I guess there's awareness about sleep and impact of quality of sleep. On the other hand, I'd say, I think for most of our patients that could benefit from a nice mattress or benefit from a proper airway, it's airway. You know, I mean, I think people don't understand the fact that a mattress that's good and comfortable is nice, but if you can't breathe properly, you can't sleep properly. And I think that message sometimes gets lost in the mattress. It's easy to go out and buy a new mattress and spend a lot of money on a mattress. It's harder to look in the mirror and say, maybe my poor sleep is more about me than my mattress.
Well, it's also easy, I think, to target patients from a marketing standpoint if you're a mattress company or something else. And now with Fitbits and Apple Watches and everything else to track your sleep and understand some more about your sleep quality is correlating those things and saying, hey, this is your problem, we're your solution, you know? And so that's why all these bed-in-a-boxes have popped up, and you can go online and do your profile and what heat do you want and what uprightness, but like, is that going to fix a problem that's starting here? Absolutely not.
Correct. Yeah, I mean, anybody, like snoring, for instance, like snoring by definition is basically your body letting the world know that you've got a compromised airway. But that annoying sound that you make when you're sleeping at night when you snore, it's your airway trying to shut down.
And what do some of these mattresses do? They try to propel people up. Pretty soon you're going to be hanging from the ceiling sleeping, right? Like, you know, that is trying to put a Band-Aid on a solution that obviously is a problem that's a nose and throat issue.
Correct. Yeah, and although if you're the guy or gal who's snoring and you elevate your head a little bit, it's better than laying flat probably. It's not getting the root of the problem.
No, and it seems uncomfortable. I mean, I don't know. I've never slept that upright, but
yeah, I mean, it's a thing. I guess I'd say, like, if that's the tool you have to address this issue, fine. But basically, I'd say, you know, fundamental in my mind is from a sleep standpoint. And sleep is important. Sleep is vital. It's crucial. You need sleep. You need good quality of sleep. To guarantee the best quality of sleep, you gotta be able to breathe properly, period. End of sentence that way. And to compromise your sleep, you compromise your airway, you know, sort of thing. And millions of people walk around this country and this world with airways that are compromised, and they get one night's sleep where they're elevated a little bit, or whatever the gimmick is that they're using that's a little bit better than the you know, thousands of nights they've had before that. You know, I guess theoretically it's better than nothing, but it's still not getting to the root of what's going on.
And it's not an inexpensive way not to address an issue, right? You can go out and get a mattress, maybe it's more comfortable, but your sleep quality, is it going to change? And it's not inexpensive to do all that.
No, I hear you. And I think part of the challenge is, and this is our fault too, and it is our fault as far as, I think it is our fault being in medicine, being the gatekeepers for sleep, which is what ENTs are. And our specialty is the specialty that is responsible for folks who have snoring and sleep apnea, both as far as treating them properly and as far as getting the messages out. And we've done a poor job in messaging because people don't know what to do. People have been snoring, people snore, they might have sleep apnea. I think, unfortunately, they don't know who to turn to or what to do, which is a problem.
Yeah, and I think part of it is just, you know, as physicians, and maybe it's part of just the dogma and the mantra is not to go say I can help people and go out and try to find those people that you can help because you have this way of helping them. It's more of letting them get to you, you know. But if you sit on the sidelines and you just wait for people to come to you, you're leaving all these people out there that aren't aware or understand that they have an issue that's going on that is something that, you know, as a head and neck surgeons we can address as far as nose and airway goes. You know, and so and it's kind of just, so it's a balance between physicians being trained to kind of, again, take kind of more of a hands-off approach versus like, hey, I have this ability and this skill set and I understand that you have this problem going on, I can help you.
Yeah. I mean, I'm thinking about what you're just saying there, because and that's how we're trained as physicians is as destructive and hateful as you possibly get, right? Like
explain that.
That's basically like slapping somebody in the face of saying, hey, you know, I'm high and mighty. I'm going to sit here and I'm going to wait for you to figure out that you've got a problem that I might be able to help you out with because I am, you know, all knowing and all powerful. Versus saying, hey, buddy, you're not sleeping great. I get you here. You know, you're not sleeping great. You're snoring. That's annoying for you. It's annoying for everybody. There are things that you could do about that.
Right.
And there's not one thing you could do about that. There's probably a dozen things we could think towards doing that we can think to do about that. And none of those things involve your mattress. All of those things involve trying to actually figure out what's going on and treat that properly. But flip that around. The standard of care in sleep is just flip opposite. It's insane to me that that's how it is, and that's how it is. And it's even worse than that. It's even, to me, like the neutral ground of, you know, I'm really important and you're not, and you know, go figure it out. And whenever you figure out, you know, I may be here, I may not. We'll see. You know, kind of thing is different than the next level of hate is, hey, you're going to come in. I'm going to see you. I'm not going to listen to a word you say, and I don't care what you want. Hey, you snore? Hey, here's this machine. I'm going to shove it in your face and say, hey, use this thing and get out of my office because I got other people that are, you know, lining up to see me.
Right.
Like that's beyond. That's whatever the next step beyond hate is. I'd say that's hateful. And go figure why that's repelling to people. Go figure why people don't want to go and seek treatment for their snoring or maybe sleep apnea, because like what insane person would knowingly walk into that layer?
Right.
Like, why would you do that? That's you know, unfortunately that's how it is, man. That's how the world is around us.
But that's why we're here having these conversations, to try and raise the level of awareness that there's something that we can do about it. Imagine if a mattress company or all the mattress companies were like, hey, we have these soft things that you can sleep on, but good luck trying to find us. You know, like how are they going to reach people, right? And so but there's no problem with them advertising or everything else. And it's not that we're advertising, it's just that people just aren't aware, you know, and people struggle and have these problems, and it's on us to get out there and say, hey, look, this could be your issue. Let us evaluate it. If it's not, great. If it is, we can help you.
Right. Yeah, I'd agree. And I think, I mean, it's nothing wrong with mattresses. And I don't have any, you know, I don't have any.
You don't hate mattresses?
I don't
you
hate
sleep on one.
I guess I don't hate mattresses as much as I hate the status quo in medicine, as you can tell. I hate that. I think that thing needs to die a painful death, because the time has come for that to happen. I think I sleep on a mattress and I sleep on a pillow, and I think, you know, my mattress and my pillow are fine, and you know,
I love my mattress,
which is great. Like, and I don't want you to have a bad mattress, but I'm just saying that I think a lot of those things are, to me, those are all you know, sort of signs and symptoms of a more fundamental underlying problem, which is that sleep in this country is suboptimal for most folks. Most folks don't get the kind of sleep that they're looking for.
I mean,
and they
you can
want.
say this world. I mean, to be
This
honest
world,
with you.
absolutely. You know, I think in this, the reason I say this country is this country, there are the resources in this country to take care of these issues. I think, you know, back our ancestors not that long ago were, you know, sleeping on the ground, and you know, and that's like, so you don't need a mattress to sleep. I can think of it this way: you don't need a mattress to sleep. You can sleep on the ground. You can sleep on, you know, wherever. You need an airway to sleep. Like, you need an airway to sleep. If you don't have an airway, you're not sleeping, right? But you could sleep on any sort of a thing that you come up with. And I think in this day and age, it's a shame that the mattress is the winning message versus the airway, which nobody ever really talks about, you know, kind of a thing, which is a shame. It's a shame that nobody ever really calls it out, so we're calling it out. You know? And I think, game on. You know, mattress companies, like I said, I'm not coming after you, but I am coming after the status quo, and we are coming after the reality that there's so many people who could be living a better life than what they're currently living, and the first step in that process is really just understanding the fact that that's the way it is. So, yeah, that's the story, man.